There comes a time in every man's life when he realizes that his greatest battles are not fought in the world around him, but within his own body. The quiet pain, the sleepless nights, the fatigue you can't explain, these are not random signs of aging, they are messages your body is desperately trying to send. The truth is, many men unknowingly feed the very enemy that harms their prostate every single day. It's not genetics, it's not bad luck. It's hidden in the everyday foods we trust. These seemingly harmless meals, your morning favorite, your quick lunch, your evening comfort, are silently fueling inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and cellular stress that slowly weaken your prostate's natural defense. But here's the hope. Awareness is power. Once you know the truth, you hold the key to protect your strength, your confidence, and your vitality. Change doesn't begin in a hospital or with a PBR ill, it begins in your kitchen, with a single decision to choose life over habit. Don't let comfort foods steal your future. Reclaim your health, your purpose, and the peace that comes from taking control of your body, because your best years aren't behind you. They begin the moment you decide to fiber back. Awareness of daily food choices can prevent prostate decline. This truth is both simple and profound. Every bite you take carries power, either to nourish your health or to quietly destroy it. Most men go through life believing that prostate problems are inevitable, something that just happens after 60. But the truth is far more empowering. What you choose to eat today directly shapes the health of your prostate tomorrow. The small, repetitive decisions you make at the dinner table, what you drink, what you fry, what you crave late at night, become the building blocks of your future vitality. Your body is constantly responding to what you feed it. When you give it foods that calm inflammation, balance hormones, and support cellular repair, your prostate thrives. But when your meals are loaded with refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and processed meats, you are silently feeding the fire that leads to enlargement, discomfort, and fatigue. Think about how many times convenience wins over consciousness. You retired, so you grab what's easy. You re-stressed, so you crave comfort. It's not your fault modern life pushes fast food, sugary drinks, and processed snacks as normal, even rewarding. But deep down, your body knows the truth. That short burst of pleasure from junk food always ends in a long-term cost. The prostate, though small, is sensitive. It reacts strongly to inflammation and oxidative stress caused by poor diet. The foods you consume daily, especially those rich IBRN trans fats, added sugars, and artificial ingredients, can gradually disrupt the delicate hormonal balance that keeps the prostate healthy. Over time, these hidden assaults weaken your body's defense, allowing disease to take root where strength once lived. Awareness means seeing food differently. IBRTS. Not just about calories or taste, it's about function and purpose. Every meal can either fight or fuel the inflammation that threatens your prostate. Choosing tomatoes rich in lycopene, leafy greens full of antioxidants, and omega-3 fats from fish can work like internal medicine, reducing oxidative stress and supporting hormone health. Drinking enough water, cutting down on alcohol, and limiting red meat are not restrictions, they are acts of self-respect. The prostate depends on circulation, hydration, and clean fuel to function properly. When you eat clean, you give your body the chance to heal itself, to repair damage that years of neglect have caused. Imagine waking up with energy, sleeping soundly, and living without that constant discomfort or worry about your health. That is not a fantasy, it is what happens when awareness turns into action. The shift begins the moment you stop eating mindlessly and start eating with intention. Each time you choose whole, natural foods over processed ones, you are not just feeding your body, you are protecting your future. Awareness is not about guilt. It's about empowerment. It's the understanding that you are not a victim of age but a partner in your own longevity. When you eat better, you think clearer. When you think clearer, you live wiser. And when you live wiser, your body thanks you with renewed strength. The prostate, like every other part of your body, is waiting for you to make that decision to stop. Poisoning it slowly with the comfort of ignorance and to start healing it through mindful nourishment. Your plate is your medicine cabinet, and every choice you make is a prescription for health or decline. Awareness also means questioning what is considered normal. It's normal to see men suffering from prostate issues, but TBR hat doesn't make it natural. The body was designed to thrive well into old age when treated with care. Awareness asks you to look deeper, to connect the dots between what's on your fork and how you feel. It encourages you to replace the quick satisfaction of processed foods with the long-lasting peak bar that comes from knowing you protecting your body. This is not about perfection, it's about progress. Each small change compounds over time. Skip the sugary drink, add more greens, cook at home more often, and watch your body respond. Every man has the power to rewrite his story. You don't need EBR expensive treatments or complicated routines. You need awareness, consistent, conscious awareness that your choices matter. When you eat with purpose, you live with purpose. Your prostate, your energy, and your confidence reflect the care you give yourself daily. Food is not the enemy, it's the great expertise tool you have for healing. Awareness transforms every meal into a step towards strength, freedom, and lasting wellness. The sooner you awaken to this truth, the sooner your body begins to thank you with health that radiates from the inside out. Inflammation, not age, is often the real enemy. Yet most men never hear these words until it's too late. We've been conditioned to believe that growing older automatically means losing strength, vitality, and control over our bodies. But age itself is not the problem. It's what happens within the body over years of neglect, stress, and poor habits that turns time into an enemy. Inflammation is the silent destroyer, the invisible force that chips away at your health day after day without a sound. It doesn't strike overnight, it builds quietly, through the foods you eat, the sleep you miss, the toxins you tolerate, and the emotions you suppress. By the time symptoms appear, frequent urination, pain, fatigue, or loss of drive, your body has already been fighting a long and exhausting battle inside. Inflammation is your body's alarm system. It begins as a natural defense meant to heal and protect you, but when triggered repeatedly by poor diet, processed food, alcohol, stress, and inactivity, it turns chronic. This chronic inflammation becomes like a slow-burning fire inside your body, damaging tissues and organs over time. The prostate, being a highly sensitive gland, reacts strongly to this internal fire. It swells, becomes irritated, and starts to lose its normal function. Many men blame age for this discomfort, but the real culprit is years of inflammatory living habits that were never questioned because they were considered normal. Every processed meal, every sugary drink, every night of restless sleep adds fuel to that internal flame. Over time, the inflammation doesn't just attack the prostate, it spreads to the heart, brain, and joints, creating a domino effect of decline. What is mistaken for aging stiffness, forgetfulness, fatigue, or weakness is often inflammation draining your body's energy reserves. The tragedy is TBR hat. This condition is largely reversible. When you remove the triggers, your body knows how to heal. But that healing begins only when you understand that inflammation, not your birthday, is the true enemy. Your body is an intelligent system designed for balance. It communicates through signals. Pain, bloating, discomfort, or fatigue are not punishments, they are warnings. Ignoring these signs is like silencing an alarm while the fire still burns. Awareness of inflammation transforms the way you see your health. Instead of fearing age, you begin to respect the body's need for care and restorative on. The foods that fight inflammation: berries, leafy greens, olive oil, fatty fish, turmeric, garlic become your allies. Meanwhile, fried foods, refined carbs, and processed meats are revealed as enemies dressed in convenience. Each choice you make either cools the fire or feeds it. It's easy to miss inflammation because it's invisible. You can see it like a wound or measure it like your weight, but you feel its presence in how you wake up each morning. That stiffness in your joints, the fog in your mind, the lack of energy you can explain, these are the whispers of inflammatio. Asking FBR or attention. When you respond with better food, movement, hydration, and calmness, your body begins to repair. Your prostate relaxes, circulation improves, and hormones start to balance. This is not magic, it's biology. The body rewards consistency, not quick fixes. What if instead of saying, I am getting old, you said, I am getting inflamed? The perspective changes everything. Age is inevitable, inflammation is optional. The difference between a man who thrives in his 70s and one who struggles in his 50s often comes down to how well he manages inflammation. You cannot stop time, BBRUT. You can control how time treats you. By lowering inflammation, you protect not only your prostate but your entire system from the slow erosion of vitality. It starts with awareness and continues with discipline. Move your body every day, sleep deeply, breathe with intention, eat foods that heal EBR instead of harm. These choices are not small, they are revolutionary acts of self-respect. Each time you choose peace over stress, water over soda, or vegetables over fried food, you extinguish a little more of that inner fire. The result isn't just the absence of disease. It's the return of energy, mental clarity, and emotional strength. Inflammation steals your youth long before age does, but you have the power to take it back. The fight against inflammation is not about denying yourself pleasure, it's about redefining it. True pleasure is waking up without pain, living without fear, and knowing your body is strong enough to carry you through the years ahead. That kind of freedom comes when you stop blaming age and start addressing the real enemy. Inflammation may be silent, but once you learn to listen, you can silence it with your choices. You hold the power to turn back the clock not by wishing for youth, but by nurturing the health that youth once gave you freely. Healing begins with conscious eating and self-respect. Two simple but deeply powerful truths that many overlook in the rush of modern life. Real healing isn't found in a pill, a supplement, or a quick fix. It begins with awareness. Awareness of what you feed your body and how you treat yourself every single day. Every meal is a reflection of how much respect you have for your life, your health, and your future. Most people eat on autopilot, grabbing what's easy, what's cheap, or what's familiar without realizing that every careless choice is shaping their body's ability to heal or to break down. Your body listens to everything you do. It remembers what you feed it, how you move it, and whether you honor it. When you begin to eat consciously, you send your body a message: I care about you. I am listening. Conscious eating is not about perfection, it's about intention. It means slowing down, paying attention to your hunger, and understanding the purpose of every bite. Food is not just fuel, it's information. It tells your cells how to behave, your hormones how to balance, and your immune system how to respond. When you fill your body with whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods, vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, lean proteins, and clean water, you give it the tools to repair and restore itself. Your organs begin to function more efficiently, your energy returns, and your mind clears. This is not magic, it's biobiology responding to respect. Self-respect is the foundation of healing because it changes the motivation behind your choices. You no longer eat well because you retold to you do it because you value yourself enough to want better. Self-respect whispers to you in moments of temptation. It's that Quiber T voice that says, you deserve real nourishment, not a quick escape. It reminds you that your worth isn't measured by your cravings or your convenience, it's reflected in your commitment to your well-being. When you begin to eat with respect, your body rewards you. Inflammation reduces, digestion improves, and your hormones find balance. You feel lighter, not just physically but emotionally, because your choices align with your desire to live well. So many people live disconnected from their bodies. They eat to silence stress, not to satisfy hunger. They treat food as a distraction, rather than a form of medicine. But conscious eating invites you to reconnect, to listen to your body's signals, to eat when you re-hungry, to stop when you re-full, and to choose foods that make you feel alive instead of sluggish. It teaches you to see eating not as a habit, but as an act of love. When you spur it down for a meal, be present, taste it, appreciate it. Your body is sacred, and what you put into it shapes not only how you look but how you think, feel, and live. Self-respect also means setting boundaries with yourself and with the world around you. It means saying no to foods that harm you, no matter how tempting they are, and no to lifestyles that drain you. It means refusing to settle for less than what your body deserves. When you begin to see your meals as opportunities to honor your health, something beautiful happens. You start to crave better things. Your body becomes your ally, no your enemy. You stop punishing it with neglect and start partnering with it in healing. Healing through conscious eating is not just about physical recovery, it's emotional and spiritual too. When you nourish yourself with love, your mind finds peace. You no longer carry guilt, regret, or shame about your body. You stop fighting yourself and start supporting yourself. That's what true self-respect looks like. It's gentle, patient, and forgiving. It knows that transformation takes time, but it also knows that every small decision matters. Your body has an incredible ability to heal, no matter how long it has been mistreated. But that healing cannot begin until you choose it. Conscious eating and self-respect awaken your body as natural intelligence. They remind you that health is not a privilege. It is a responsibility, a sacred partnership between you and the life you've given. Every meal, every glass of water, every moment of mindfulness is a declaration that you are worth taking care of. When you begin to eat with awareness and respect, you reclaim power over your life. You stop living as a victim of disease and start living as the guardian of your own health. Healing isn't Juber, st about recovery, it's about renewal. It's about remembering that your body is not the enemy, but the most loyal companion you will ever have. Treat it with kindness, feed it with intention, and it will reward you with energy, clarity, and peace beyond what you ever imagined. True healing begins the moment you decide to love yourself enough to change. Healing begins with conscious eating and self-respect, because your body is always listening to how you treat it. Every bite you take, every meal you choose, sends a message either of care or neglect. When you eat without awareness, chasing comfort or convenience, you slowly silence your body's natural ability to heal. But when you eat with intention, choosing foods that nourish, energize, and protect you, awaken the body's wisdom to repair itself. Conscious eating isn't about restriction, it's about respect. It's the daily choice to value yourself enough to feed your body what it truly needs. Real healing doesn't start in a doctor's office, it begins in your kitchen with the quiet decision to honor your health. Self-respect reminds you that you deserve vitality, not exhaustion, clarity, not confusion. When you treat your body as something sacred, it responds with strength, balance, and peace. Healing isn't a miracle. It's a reflection of love turned into daily action. Each mindful meal becomes a promise to yourself to live longer, feel better, and grow stronger. The moment you begin to eat consciously, you stop surviving and start living, because healing begins the instant you decide you're worth the effort.